Hello, I am James Chambers, author and editor of horror, science fiction, fantasy, steampunk, and all sorts of other literary genres and non-literary genres. And I am here to read tonight a brief excerpt from my cosmic horror collection, A Bright and Beautiful Eternal World. And I'm going to be reading a short passage from Stars on the Fringe of a Black Hole, a story in which a married couple whose marriage is disintegrating during the COVID lockdown venture to the husband's home in search of his family who have dropped out of contact. And what they find there is, well, it's a cosmic horror story, so you can guess it's not much good. The house darkened as the sun set. Tal turned on every light in the kitchen, wary of what might come scampering out of any patch of shadow. I set a pot of coffee to brew. Tal retrieved her glass, drank the remaining water, refilled it, and then drank more. Twilight sun streaming through the window made a shadow play of her face, illuminated her hazel eyes, and bronzed her fair skin. In that moment, I saw Tal the way I had when we married, the way I had before her confession. Part of me wanted to banish the past months, reclaim that vision, take her in my arms, hold her, kiss her, love her as I had. Part of me always would. The urge for it ached inside me, outweighed only by the ache of her betrayal. I stepped toward her, stopped, wondered how much of my desire rose from fear for my family and a need for connectedness, for comfort from the dread fulminating inside me. Despite dwelling together during the pandemic, we'd each lived through it alone. I had been cruel and cut her off emotionally, at first to protect myself and carve out time to recover, a near impossibility once time seemed to stand still. But then at some point, my purpose turned to retribution. Yet, here she stood when I needed her most, patient with my distance, tolerant of my spite, hopeful this sudden bridge erected between us by my family's absence might bring us back together. She waited only for me to take the first step across it. Tal set down her empty glass. Is that someone outside? I peered through the window into the backyard, but saw no one. I thought a man just walked by, Tal insisted. Could it have been Des or my dad? Maybe. I didn't see their faces. We rushed out the back door onto brick steps. The horizon censored the sun's lower quarter. The moon wouldn't rise for hours. Dusky gloom erased details. Across the Long Island Sound, lights twinkled. The kitchen glare painted a warm yellow rectangle on the lawn. I hopped from the top step, a childhood habit resurgent. Tal rushed after me. I searched the yard, tracing my father's path when he surveyed the grounds, as he liked to say, from one favorite plant to another, all presently dead and brown in the depths of autumn. The northern edge of the yard sloped through a matted tangle of overgrowth and disarrayed pines, part of our property too steep to maintain. A rut carved by years of rainwater runoff trailed down the center of it, bordered by plants with the same drab, rangy appearance as my mother's houseplants. At the slope's base, a bluff dropped into a canal that emptied into the harbor. Halfway down, the brush rustled. See? Someone's hiding down there, Tal said. No one's there. It's only a squirrel or a raccoon, I said. Dirt and pebbles rattled down the hill. An unseasonably warm wind swept us, bearing whispers of almost words. The first evening stars twinkled in the indigo fringes of night. If stars spoke, would their words be as ancient as their light when their voices reached Earth? No, even more ancient, I decided, for the slowness of sound compared to light. I'm serious. Look there, Tal pointed. Don't you see that? Branches creaked and leaves crunched. A pair of gleaming eyes appeared on a humped, unidentifiable shape nearly as large as a fawn. A bulbous muzzle weighed down its distorted head, which bristled with horn-shaped growths like dragon's teeth. Dread stiffened me as I anticipated another monster cricket rushing us, but the thing flattened itself and scampered into the growing darkness and vanished. What the hell was that? Tal said. A possum or a diseased raccoon, I said. Tal stared at me, uncertain whether to believe or not. Are you serious? I shrugged. Whatever it was, that's not what I saw. A person walked through the yard. Hey, someone wants to take a shortcut through the yard? Fine. Unless they know where my family went, I've got no time for them. Anyway, there's no sign of anyone now. I swiveled, took 3 steps toward the house, then halted, paralyzed by a light shimmering in my old bedroom window, gelid like an aquarium glow, its color prismed into strange hues as it flowed through the rippled antique glass. For several seconds, it filled my window like a haze saturated with the diffuse glow of Christmas lights, then winked out for a moment, a struggle to make sense of it. Then I gave up and dashed inside, Tal close behind me. Thank you for listening.